if we've misunderstood one of Jesus' most famous teachings, not because it was unclear, but because we were looking at it through the wrong lens. Hey everyone, it's Levan here, author of these videos and a fellow explorer of thought. I want to share something that completely shifted how I understand Jesus' teachings, not just as spiritual advice, but as a masterclass in proportional alignment, balance, and the true nature of faith. We often hear just believe, just have faith, but something clicked in a recent conversation. What if Jesus wasn't only teaching us to believe, but to balance? What if the mustard seed isn't about how small your faith is, but how precisely aligned it is? Let's dive in. Jesus once said, if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move, and it will move. For centuries, we've interpreted that as even the tiniest faith can have power. But pause here. What if it's not really about size? What if it's about placement? Try thinking of faith like a force vector in physics. You can apply tons of energy, but if it's aimed in the wrong direction, you get chaos, not clarity. It's not just the size of the force that matters, it's how aligned it is with the truth. So let's build a new formula together. P equals F times A, where P is the proportional result, the actual transformation. F is faith, your drive, your energy, your belief. A is alignment, how in sync you are with what is true, just, and real. Even small faith, F, with perfect alignment, A equals 1, can move mountains. But massive faith with poor alignment, misplaced energy, noise without melody. This idea opened up a door for me. I started seeing Jesus' teachings not just as proclamations of belief, but as subtle instructions on how to live in proportion with our minds, our actions, our desires. So what is alignment really? Alignment is placing your trust, action, and belief into something true, just, and timely. It's not about wishing reality into something convenient. It's about harmonizing your internal world with the rhythm of the external one. Faith is the engine, alignment is the steering. And when the two sync up, that's when things shift. Now, here's what blew my mind further. Jesus doesn't only teach faith, he teaches balance everywhere. Let me show you in 7 moments from his teachings this idea of proportional alignment emerges. Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. That's balance between work and rest. It's not hustle culture, it's proportion. Store up treasures in heaven. That's balance between the material and the spiritual, not rejection of the world, but proper prioritization. Do not judge, or you too will be judged. That's balance between justice and mercy. Discern yes, but proportionally. Let your yes be yes and your no, no. That's balance between speaking and listening, clarity over cleverness. Whoever wants to be first must be your servant. That's balance between leading and serving. Jesus isn't anti-leadership. He just demands leadership with humility. The Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath. That's balance between law and spirit, structure, but not at the cost of humanity. Do not worry about tomorrow. This is that's balance between preparation and peace. It's not about ignoring the future, but not being devoured by it. This pattern is everywhere. And then the realization deepened. Faith is not the star of the show. Proportionality is. We often think more faith equals better results, but I've come to believe this. Even perfect faith can fail if it's misaligned, and even the tiniest faith can transform if it's rightly placed. So why do we get this wrong? Why do we over-focus on intensity rather than balance? Because we live in a world obsessed with more effort, more hustle, more volume. But Jesus constantly points us back to right measure. I began seeing danger zones, areas where even sincere people go off course first, rushing the message. We try to speak truth too soon. Even Jesus told his disciples sometimes, don't tell them yet. Alignment includes timing. Second, letting ego sneak in when your faith starts to center around your brilliance rather than the truth itself, alignment slips. Third, overloading others. Even Jesus didn't lecture non-stop. He told stories, parables, proportional wisdom, bite-sized. Fourth, expecting instant comprehension. Not everyone is ready. That's not failure, that's process. So I asked myself, what would it look like to live aligned faith daily? It looks like this. You stop trying to force transformation. You start listening more than you speak. You step back to check, is this thought, this action, this teaching placed correctly? Because when faith meets alignment, transformation isn't forced, it's inevitable. This is what the mustard seed meant all along. Now, let me ask you something. If P equals F times A, then where is your A right now? Where in your life is your faith strong, but your alignment is off? Are you burning energy in the wrong direction, or are you quietly, proportionally moving mountains without the drama? If this idea sparks something, hit like so others can find it too, or comment what's one area in your life that needs better balance. I'd love to hear it. I'll say this as clearly as I can. You don't need more faith, you need aligned faith. A mustard seed is enough when it's placed just right, and that's exactly how Jesus lived. Bold, precise, balanced. He didn't dominate with force, he transformed with alignment. And maybe that's the invitation, to stop measuring our spirituality by size and start measuring it by proportion. Thanks for watching, and if you found something valuable here, consider subscribing for more ideas like this. We're building a space for people who think deeply, feel honestly, and believe bravely. I'm Levan. Stay balanced, stay aligned.